Stories from Reddit.so. You think you know the Darknet. You've heard the stories, right? The digital back alley where you can buy guns, drugs, a new identity, whatever, a bogeyman for the nightly news. Let me tell you, that's just the welcome mat. That's the grimy, tourist trap surface they let you see. The real Darknet, the one that lives in the wires behind the walls, that's something else entirely. It's a place that shouldn't exist, and I'm the idiot who went looking for it. My name's Alex. I'm a data analyst out of Austin, Texas. My life is spreadsheets, server logs, and predicting market trends. A real thrill a minute, you know? Maybe that's why I did it. Boredom's a powerful motivator. It started with this old internet myth, an infographic about the 8 levels of the web. You've probably seen it. It was a total load of bullshit. Some fantasy cooked up by Warhammer 40,000 nerds with too much time on their hands. But like all good legends, there was a kernel of truth to it. There weren't 8 levels, but there was something deeper. I won't bore you with the how. This wasn't just firing up a Tor browser. This was a months-long digital scavenger hunt, cracking firewalls, deciphering bizarre philosophical riddles, finding links buried in the metadata of forgotten files. It was my personal Everest. People I knew in those circles, they warned me. Don't go there, Alex, they'd say. You won't like what you find. You won't even understand what you find. I'm passing that warning on to you now. Don't. After weeks of frying my brain, I broke through. I landed on a blank white page. Nothing on it, but a single line of text and an input box. Quid quaeris? Latin. What do you seek? Hell if I knew. I just wanted to see if I could get there. I tried all the glitch, Matrix wannabe answers. Truth, enlightenment, knowledge, jack squat. The page just sat there, mocking me. I was about to give up, figuring it was just some elaborate troll, when this weird thought popped into my head. I don't know where it came from, but I typed it in. The thing that is also looking for me. For a second, nothing. Then the page refreshed. Blank again. I waited, my heart pounding, a hole in my chest. After maybe 5 minutes, I was redirected. The new site was ugly. Just a list of hyperlinks on this piss yellow background. The links themselves were a random jumble of characters and symbols gibberish. I clicked the first one. A live feed from a security camera. Infrared. The Paris catacombs. Walls of skulls and bones. I watched for a while. Nothing happened. Boring. I clicked the next one. This was body cam footage, shaky as hell. A team in full tactical gear, sweeping a dark house, room by room. They kicked open a bedroom door, and there was this thing. Tall, humanoid, with pale, scaly skin. It was chewing on. God, it looked like a human arm. The team opened fire, but the thing just launched itself out a window with this insane speed. The video cut. I just sat there, my blood running cold. What the hell was that? It was too real. The months of headaches were suddenly worth it. I was hooked. Down the rabbit hole I went. Each click got weirder, more disturbing. A file named Project Paragon, detailing successful human experiments to create super soldiers. Reports on glitches in reality, complete with photos of what they called visual echoes from alternate timelines. The real story on Area 51, the Bermuda Triangle, the Holy Grail, blueprints for a world killer bomb, 720,000 times stronger than Hiroshima. Why the hell would anyone need that? Contingency plans for apocalypse scenarios, nuclear winter, weaponized plagues, and weirder ones, like the Marianas Trench anomaly and the strange man on the 15th floor. A live feed of a man in a hoodie. He looked up, and he had no mouth. But this deep, guttural voice came out of my speakers. Hello. I slammed that window shut so fast. I scrolled and scrolled, but the list of links never ended. I think I must have blacked out, because I woke up on my floor in the middle of the night. My laptop screen was still on, showing a helicopter feed of some giant, crab-like monster rampaging on an island shore. I snapped it shut. My brain was screaming at me to take the laptop outside and smash it with a rock, but I didn't. Instead, I noticed a new message in the corner of the screen. More. Latin. Satin es. Are you satisfied? 2 buttons below it. Yes and no. Hell no. I wasn't satisfied. I was terrified. Any sane person would have clicked yes and prayed it would kick them out. To this day, I can't tell you why I clicked no. The page refreshed. The same ugly background, but now, there were only 4 links. I clicked the first one. I stared for about 20 seconds before I slammed my laptop shut, gasping for air. I can't describe what I saw. Not because it was gory or violent. It didn't make sense. Our world has 3 dimensions, right? Forward, back, left, right, up, down. This thing, it was moving in ways we don't have words for. There were colors my brain had never processed before. Just thinking about it makes my head split open. I had to get out. I needed air. I was pulling on a jacket when I heard 2 sharp knocks at my front door. I froze. A minute later, 5 more knocks. Then a calm, businesslike voice. Open up, Mr. Mitchell. We know what you did. You're not in trouble. We just want to talk. I opened the door. 2 men in immaculate black suits. They smiled, but it didn't reach their eyes. May we come in? Long story short, they were efficient. They asked who I worked for, what I was looking for. I told them the truth. I was just a curious idiot. We're not worried about you talking, one of them said with that same dead smile. We doubt anyone would believe you. We just needed to know what your priorities are. What a weird ass question. Just give us the device you used, and we'll be on our way, he said. I practically threw my laptop at them. As they were leaving, one turned back. Don't try this again, and don't show anyone how to get there. We'll know. I didn't ask who we was. I didn't want to know. A week went by. The nightmares were brutal. Then, the car started. It wasn't paranoia. It was a pattern. Wednesday, a black sedan. Thursday, a gray SUV. Every day after work, a different car would follow me all the way to my street, then just cruise on by. That Friday, I decided to run an experiment. I took the bus to a bar downtown, hung out for a few hours, then grabbed a cab home. Sure enough, as soon as we pulled onto the main road, there they were. The same car from the day before. They weren't even trying to hide it. And this time, they didn't drive past. The cab dropped me off, and I saw them, parked half a block down, just sitting there. 3 hours later, they were still there. My phone buzzed. Blocked number. The message was clipped. Urgent. Get out of the house. Now. Not the front door. They're still out there. Diner on 5th. Walk. Hurry. They're coming. Make sure you're not followed. Leave the lights on. I had turned to ice. They were coming? Who the hell was this? I didn't wait to find out. I grabbed my bug-out bag. Yeah, I have one. Don't judge, with the burner laptop inside, and slipped out the back. I felt like a spy in a bad movie, diving into bushes every time a car passed. The diner was mostly empty. A few truckers, some drunk college kids, and a skinny dude in a hoodie hunched over a laptop in a corner booth. I took a guess and sat down. Across from him. You're the one who texted me. He looked up. Yeah, you weren't followed? He gave a short, humorless laugh. Dude, you were so unbelievably screwed. I started firing questions at him. Who was he? Who were they? Whoa, easy, he said. I don't know who they are. Not really. All I know is they came after me too. Few months back. I found the site. I had to skip town. Wait, I said. They just talked to me, took my laptop and left. Now? He looked shocked. Seriously? He got quiet. What did they ask you? They asked what my priorities were. His face went pale. That's weird. There was this awkward silence. That page, I finally asked. The one with the 4 links. What the hell is that? He looked at me like I had 3 heads. I have no idea what you're talking about. I explained what happened after I clicked no. His whole demeanor changed. It was like a switch flipped. He got intense. What did you type into the prompt? He asked, his voice low. The thing that is also looking for me. He just shook his head slowly. No, that's not what I typed. He slammed his laptop shut and stood up. We've been here too long. Listen, get a room at a motel. Anywhere. Just don't go home. And just like that, he was gone. Stumbled out of the diner and found the seediest roach motel I could. It's 4:30 a.m. I can't sleep. Newscaster. The body of a man was discovered early this morning in a downtown restaurant restroom. Police have identified him from. They showed his driver's license photo on the screen. It was one of the men in suits. The polite one. Another text. Blocked number. Public pool on 5th. Men's locker room. Locker 128. Combo 12-27-33. Instructions. Inside. Go before this is intercepted. Ditch your phone. I peeked out the window. The car that had been following me was parked outside my motel room. Two guys in gloves were getting out, walking toward my door. I heard them jimmying the lock. My heart hammered against my ribs. There was a small balcony. It was the only way out. I was on the second floor. I jumped. I ran. I heard the pft of silenced gunshots behind me, and I just ran faster. I made it to the pool, found the locker. Inside was an old BlackBerry, a dinosaur, an envelope with $2,000 in cash, a plane ticket to Scottsdale, Arizona, and a note. Check phone. Password. Trails. I powered up the BlackBerry. One contact. Call me. Called. A nervous voice answered. I got your message, I said. The voice turned sharp, aggressive. What is your religious affiliation? What the hell? Raised Protestant. Agnostic now, I guess. I heard what sounded like a sigh of relief, and he hung up. A second later, a text came through with an address and a room number for a Holiday Inn in Scottsdale. Then I heard the locker room door swing open. They were here. I bolted. The rest of the day was a blur. I ducked into a barber shop. Buzz it all off, I said. I bought new clothes, cheap sunglasses. Then I went to the airport. The plane landed in Arizona, and the heat hit me like a brick wall. I took a cab to the hotel. I walked up to the room, my hands shaking as I knocked. What if this was a trap? The door opened. It was him. The other suit. The one who'd been aggressive. But he looked like he'd gone 10 rounds with the cement mixer. His face was a mess of bruises and cuts. He looked me up and down, a grim little smile on his busted lip. Nice haircut, kid, he rasped. Come on in. We need to talk. If this story has you hooked, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single second of what happens next.